Thank you. My name is David Clark. I have the privilege of serving as the House Majority Leader in the Utah Legislature. I've also had the privilege of working with Mark Walker, both professionally and legislatively. I've set aside my comments, the 30 seconds I had, when I received the flyer from Mark's opponent. The very first item at the top of it lists Mark as unemployed. I appreciate somebody who understands the conflict of interest when they work for a financial institution who will be working with the state treasurer that resigns their office. I appreciate somebody who understands that the separation needs to take place and at the beginning of their race understands the integrity that this office does require when we're dealing with the public's money. I appreciate
Hi, I'm John Valentine, President of the Utah State Senate. I've been asked to say some nice things about Mark Walker. Mark Walker has a really nice wife. And he's got 4 great children and 1 on the way. Families are important to Mark Walker.
I'm Attorney General Mark Sherlock, and as one of 5 elected members of the executive branch, I'd say that I would love to have Mark Walker serve as one of those elected members. I call him Mark Triple Threat Walker. For this reason, the triple threat is substantial private sector financial experience in the legislature where laws are made, and demonstrated conservative values as a Republican. And as an elected official in this office, it would be great to have another teammate who will be a voice for lower taxes, reduced spending, and conservative principles in the executive branch. Please support.
I'm Rob Bushik, delegate from Box Elder County. We have 2 good candidates running for this position, but I must tell you that Mark Walker is a personal friend, and I was proud to see him blossom into a leader of conservatives in the legislature, and he'll be that same kind of administrator of the professionals who make up the Treasurer's office. I'm proud to call him a friend, and I ask you to vote for him.
At the dawn of the American Revolution, John Adams said, individuals have a divine right to the knowledge and character and conduct of their leaders. I want you to know who I am and what I believe. We have had the same treasurer for over 28 years. I believe that state delegates pick elected officials, not retiring elected officials. We can take the state treasurer's office from a good office to a great office by using private sector principles. I am the only candidate with substantial private sector experience. In my current employment, I have worked with cities, counties, and other government agencies on the management of their money. Our private sector fund competed directly with the state treasurer's investment fund, and we consistently outperformed the state treasurer's office. Last year, we outperformed that office by 22 basis points. The first quarter of this year, we outperformed the Treasurer's office by 30%. That equates to $8.5 million. As Republicans, we believe in the private sector. We believe that competition and private sector ideas outperform bureaucracies and red tape. We will take the investment side of the office from good to great. Not as a result of new investment tools or methods, but because I will demand accountability. I will not stand for typical results. I will require transparency and accountability to the public. These tax dollars we handle are sacred. Secondly, I will bring to this office a proven record of fiscal conservatism. As a state legislator, I govern using Republican principles, values that many have said should not belong in the Treasurer's office. Republican principles do belong in the Treasurer's office, and by using those principles, the state legislature in the last 4 years, we've cut taxes by over $400 million. These are ongoing tax cuts that put more money back in your pockets where it belongs. We passed spending limitation laws, which have resulted in smaller government. We have a AAA bond rating. Why? Because we believe that Republican principles belong in state government. As a legislator, I fought for the rights of the unborn and for traditional marriage. As a legislator, I fought for our right to bear arms and for property rights. As a legislator, I fought for less government intrusion in your lives. Why did I fight for these issues? because I am a conservative. I have outlined my record because when I go into that office and start managing your tax dollars, you can trust that I will be fighting for conservative principles. You can be assured that I will be on Capitol Hill as your advocate, as a taxpayer advocate, testifying and speaking for smaller government and sound fiscal policy. Finally, I believe I can have an impact in the Treasurer's office because I can get elected. As a state legislator, I represent one of the few 50-50 Republican-Democrat swing districts in this state. I know what it takes to beat Democrats. After each election, I was approached by several colleagues and constituents who said, Mark, if you move to the left, if you moderate your views a little bit, your next election campaign will be so much easier. I didn't give in to that political pressure, and I won't as your state treasurer either. Treasurer, I won't just appear every 4 years and ask for your nomination. As your state treasurer, I will be visiting local governments up and down the state, speaking about fiscal accountability, holding down spending and how that relates to better bond ratings. I will even reach out to high school students, helping them to take back their fiscal future. Now, I've been handing out these quarters that you probably have. I want you to know that before I invest 1/4 of your money, I will remember where government got this quarter. And believe me when I say this quarter is better off in your pockets than in Uncle Sam's pocket. My name is Mark Walker, and I'm running for state treasurer, and I'm asking for your vote today. Thank you.